I used to think nothing could be worse than losing my dad. Then I found his old N64 in the attic. It was boxed up with his other stuff. You know, the things Mom couldn't bear to look at after the accident. The console was dusty, but the golden Ocarina of Time cartridge still gleamed like it was fresh from the store. Dad and I used to play it together every Sunday. He'd help me through the water temple, and I'd pretend to be scared of Reed-Deads just so he'd cover my eyes. I hooked it up to my TV that night, more out of nostalgia than anything else. The startup screen flickered to life, a familiar melody filling my room, but something was off. Instead of the usual 3 save files, there was only one. Phantom, it read, with 72 hours played. That wasn't right. Dad always named his file Dad, and I was Kiddo. We never had a file named Phantom. I selected it anyway. The game loaded straight into the Shadow Temple, but everything was wrong. The textures were distorted, stretched like faces in a funhouse mirror. The background music played in reverse, a discordant mess of notes that made my skin crawl. Link stood motionless in the center of the room, facing away from the camera. I tried moving him, but he wouldn't respond. After a few seconds, he slowly turned around on his own. His face was my dad's. Not some crude pixel art or a glitchy texture. It was an actual photograph of my father's face, mapped perfectly onto Link's model. The same warm smile he had in the last photo taken before the crash. The screen went black. When it came back, Link, or whatever it was, stood in Ganon's castle. But instead of Phantom Ganon floating there, it was a twisted, polygonal version of the semi-truck that had killed my father. The model glitched and contorted, its headlights burning like evil eyes. A text box appeared. Some phantoms don't stay in their paintings, kiddo. I hit the power button, but the game kept running. Link/Dad turned to face the screen again, reaching out as if trying to touch me through the glass. The truck phantom swooped closer, its textures corrupting more with each pass. Another text box. I'm still trying to save you. That's when I noticed the date on the save file. 72 hours played. The exact amount of time between Dad's accident and when they turned off his life support. I don't know how long I sat there crying before I finally unplugged the console. The next morning, the N64 was gone from where I'd left it. The box in the attic was empty too, except for a single piece of paper. A crayon drawing I'd made of Dad and me playing Zelda together. Sometimes late at night, I hear the reversed Shadow Temple music drifting up from downstairs. I never go to check, but I know what I'd find. Dad still trying to beat that last phantom, still trying to protect me. Some games don't end when you turn them off. Some saves can't be overwritten. And some phantoms just want one more Sunday with their kid.